Your brain is lying to you right now. Here's what's actually deciding for you. First up, confirmation bias. Your brain only sees evidence that supports what you already believe. Let's say you decide someone is untrustworthy. Suddenly, your brain will find proof of that everywhere while completely ignoring every single signal that contradicts it. You think you're being objective, but you're actually just a detective building a case for beliefs you already hold. Second, the sunk cost fallacy. This is why you stay in bad relationships, dead-end jobs, and failing projects. Because you've already invested so much time, energy, and money, your brain can't accept that the investment was wasted. So it throws good time after bad, trying to justify the past. You're making future decisions based on past losses that you can never get back. Third, the availability heuristic. You see a plane crash on the news, and suddenly, flying feels terrifyingly dangerous. Your brain mistakes what's memorable for what's probable. The loudest information controls your sense of risk, not actual statistics. Fourth is the fundamental attribution error. When you mess up, it's because of your circumstances. But when other people mess up, it's a flaw in their character. You're late because the traffic was a nightmare. They're late because they're irresponsible. Your brain gives you a free pass and judges everyone else harshly. This single bias destroys empathy and ruins relationships. Fifth, anchoring bias. The very first piece of information you hear becomes the reference point for everything that follows. A shirt is listed at $200, then marked down to $100. You think it's a great deal. But what if it was only ever worth $80? That first number anchored your perception of its value. Negotiators use this against you all the time. The less you know about a subject, the more confident you are in your expertise. You watch one video and suddenly think you're an expert. Real experts, on the other hand, are keenly aware of how much they don't know, and often feel less certain. Your confidence is often inversely related to your actual knowledge. Seventh is the negativity bias. Your brain remembers an insult someone threw at you 5 years ago, but completely forgets a compliment you received yesterday. Bad experiences are processed much more deeply and stick around longer than good ones. You're walking around with a highlight reel of everything that ever went wrong, while erasing everything that went right. This creates a sense of pessimism you mistake for realism. If it seems like everyone believes something, your brain just assumes it must be true. You adopt opinions not because you've carefully evaluated them, but simply because they're popular. You think you're thinking for yourself, but often you're just conforming to whatever the crowd has already decided. Ninth is recency bias. Whatever happened last feels like the most important thing. You have one bad interaction with someone, and you suddenly forget 2 years of a great relationship. Your brain gives disproportionate weight to recent events, which destroys your long-term perspective and makes you incredibly reactive. And finally, the 10th bias, blind spot bias. You probably recognized all 9 biases I just mentioned in other people, but you genuinely believe you're less biased than everyone else. This is the master bias, the one that protects all the others. You can't fix a problem you think doesn't apply to you. Here's what makes these biases so dangerous. They're automatic. They run in the background of every decision, every judgment, every perception you have. You think you're seeing reality, but you actually seeing a version of reality that has been filtered through 10 broken lenses that distort everything. Your brain isn't trying to show you the truth. It's just trying to save energy by taking shortcuts. And those shortcuts are destroying your ability to think clearly. The only defense is awareness. You can't just eliminate these biases. Once you know they exist, when you feel absolutely certain about something, pause and ask, which bias might be operating right now? When you find yourself judging someone harshly, ask, am I committing the fundamental attribution error? When you're convinced everyone agrees with you, ask, am I just in an echo chamber of confirmation bias? Using broken software. Awareness is the only update. Subscribe for more psychology, It exposes how your brain actually works. And comment below. Which bias do you think controls you the most?